afternoon. This is Cycle 2 of the ARRL Western Massachusetts Traffic Net. This net meets Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. local time on the Nobark Mount Greylock K1FF K146.91 repeater with a PL of 162.2. The purpose of this net is to handle any messages between cities and towns of western Massachusetts and provide liaison to the first region net that meets on 3948 kilohertz at 13:45 p.m. local time. This is a directed net. Please do not break the net unless you have emergency or priority traffic. Please do not leave the net without first informing the net control station whenever possible. Your net control station this afternoon is November 1 Alpha, November Delta. My name is Doug and I'm in Munson, Massachusetts. At this time, are there any stations holding emergency or priority traffic? Emergency or priority only? Please call now. Nothing current. Net control is now looking for our first region liaison station, Alpha Bravo 1 Tango Charlie. Paul, please call and list any traffic. Nothing current. Net control is now looking for any stations holding traffic or announcements for the net. Traffic or announcements only. Please call now.
Shortbread cookies. November 1, Quebec Oscar Victor, N1 QOV, will be Pittsfield running commercial power. I have no traffic for the net. Just a couple quick one announcements. Quickie after check-ins, please, Doug.
Thank you, sir. N1 QOV recognized with announcements. Net control is now looking for any stations wishing to check into the Western Mass Traffic Net. Any station, anywhere, with or without traffic, please call now. Here is Ski Alpha 1 Zulu Hotel Mike. John in Pittsfield. Commercial power, no traffic.
This is Kilo Charlie 1 Bravo Yankee Delta Rich Pittsfield. Portable, no traffic. Good morning.
Yes. November 1 Sierra Yankee November. Rick in Dalton, Massachusetts. Negative traffic today. I'm on commercial power. And I'm glad that you recognized Toby there, Doug, because I didn't. I'm glad you caught that. This is
Whiskey Alpha 1, November Tango, India. The name is John. The QTH is Northampton. And we're running commercial power.
This is Kilo Bravo 1, Yankee Echo Oscar, Mario in Sandusville. No traffic using commercial power. Good afternoon, Doug, and good afternoon, Ned. There is November 2, Juliet November Tango, N2JNT, Jack and Troy, New York. Good afternoon, Doug. Good afternoon to the net. Running commercial power. I have no traffic. This is Kilo Charlie 1,
Charlie X-Ray Yankee. Scott, Charlie Montman, running handheld battery powered. No traffic to report.
Okay. Oh boy. Write like a typewriter. Fast as you can. The net recognizes and welcomes N1QOV. Good afternoon, OV. WA1ZHM. Hi, John. KC1BYD. Good afternoon, Rich. N1SYN. Good afternoon, Rick. WA1NTI, my favorite, John. KB1YEO. Good afternoon, Mario. And N2JNT. Good afternoon, Jack. And KC1CXY. Good afternoon, Scott. Are there any other stations wishing to check into the Western Mass traffic net? Please call now.
This is Kilo Alpha 1, Hotel Sierra Papa. Name is Joe, mobile in Westfield. No traffic, over. This is NOXDA. No traffic.
Okay, KA1HXHSP. Can't call you Lonesome Joe anymore. Good to hear you, Joe. Glad you stopped by. And N1XBI, Ramon. Haven't heard you in so long. I forgot what you sounded like. Obi, go ahead with the first half of your announcements.
Hi, Joe. A married man is a happy man, so I've heard. Anyway, short one this afternoon. Currently in Pittsfield, the sun is shining like crazy, although the weather people say it's overcast. 40 degrees, 40 degrees. Wind is out of the northwest at 12, gusting at 2, Tango Oscar, 21 miles an hour. Looks like pretty nice weather until Saturday. Rain showers moving in Saturday night and then continuing until Sunday night with, what do you got here? Snow flurries and nothing. The computer's hanging up. All right, that's it from here. Enjoy the day. Hi, Joe. Hi, Joe. Hi, Joe. N1QB back tonight.
Okay, and thank you, Obi. And Joe, I guess everybody's impressed that you stopped by. We don't hear you too much anymore. I used to hear you all the time, and no more. You're gone. Anyway, KA1HSB, good afternoon, Joe, and N1XBI, good afternoon, Ramon, another stranger that I haven't heard too much from lately. Okay, now there are any other stations wishing to check into the Western Mass traffic net, please call now.
This is Whiskey 1 Tango Tango Tango, Dave, Hinsdale, commercial power, no traffic.
Okay, W1TTT, good afternoon to you, Dave. Thanks for checking in. And Obi, do you have any more announcements?
No, that's it. My computer's hanging up, and I could make stuff up, but I won't.
I bet you could. I bet you could. Okay, with that, this closes the Western Mass Traffic Net. I'd like to thank the Northern Berkshire Amateur Radio Club for the use of the Mount Greylock K1FFK 146.91 repeater. I'm trying to rouse my computer. Okay, the time is now 13 hours and 10 minutes. I now return the repeater back to normal amateur radio use. Thank you to all the stations who checked in and those who stood by while the net was being conducted. This is November 1 Alpha November Delta. Now signing clear. The net is closed. 7-3 to all. Hemisphere Kersey.
1 QOV N1SYN.
Rickaroni, the Dalton Treat.
Sorry about that. When you first checked in, I didn't recognize you, but the second time you came in with the announcements, it must have been the way you were standing.
Yeah, I'm doing yoga now. I'm checking into the nuts standing on my head and stuff like that.
Man after my own heart, and my all-time hero, Gomez Adams.
Oh, Trish, when you speak French.
Got the first 2 seasons complete. I don't know how long they ran. Those are the only discs that I saw, and each one's 2 or 3 DVDs in each one. And when I need a sanity check, I put one of those on, and you actually get a 25-minute program. There were only 5 minutes of commercials back then. And it puts me right back in perspective after an episode.
Isn't that amazing? You go through some old TV shows, and they actually last like almost a half an hour. Where now, holy cow, what, you got 20 minutes of commercials and what, anyway. And what's up with videos now, dance videos or whatever? You get like split seconds shots of people dancing, and then, a millisecond here, then a millisecond there. Not like the old Fred Astaire and Gene Kelly. You got like 5 minutes of continuous dance. Well, anyway, I'll get off my soapbox. Hey, you kids, get off my lawn.
Mister, can we have our ball back? N1SYN with QOV. Yeah, I don't know. It's just something. The Munsters were kind of funny in a way, but the Addams Family was, really warped enough to make me laugh. Some of the stuff, man, is unbelievable. More of it's watching the expressions on the people's faces when they get into the house and stuff like that. So, well, I'm telling you, I'm out here in Studio B, and is it nice to have the sun out?
Yeah, exactly, precisely, and inexorably the sun. Yes, inexorably. I don't know how I thought. Anyway, yep, they were both good. Addams Family and the Munsters. I kind of like the Munsters with the different whatever you want to call it, the Thing and Lurch. You rang.
Not the Munsters, that's the Addams Family.
I get easily confused. Oh, yeah. Well, whatever. I thought, no, whatever. Cousin It. Cousin It. Yeah, back then when in the 70s, everybody had like long hair.
Yeah, these go way back. Yeah, you got the two mixed up. That's why I was kind of surprised when you said you liked the Munsters better because that was based on just standard horror film characters. Fred Gwynn was Herman Munster, and he was Frankenstein, and Grandpa Pa was Dracula, and the kid would turn into the Wolfman. But the Addams Family was just your average family, except they'd go moonbathing, instead of sunbathing and stuff like that. And one of the favorite pastimes, and I wish I had the money to do it, was to have that big electric train set and be able to blow up the bridge, literally.
I don't remember that part. The horrid thing of it, I was working second and or third shift or both. Never got to saw a lot of good programs unless, I don't know why. It was a holiday or they came on a weekend. Or years later in reruns. But, yeah. The genre monster family thingies. Let's cut the Trisha there, cutting the roses off the rose bush.
Addams Family absolutely ruled.
Yeah, how about it? Yeah, and then she had that Cleopatra, that spiky looking thing, and she was always feeding it meat.
And welcome in, Doug, whoever else. The rose bushes reminds me of Cheech and Chong. They're winding up that motorcycle with the exhaust going out the window onto the neighbor's rose bushes. The prize.
Those guys, that first movie was hilarious. The other ones I didn't think were necessarily that funny, but that first one, what was it? Up in Smoke? Was that the first one?
Yeah, that was. Do I have it? Yeah, that was the first one. Up in Smoke. And then Still Smoking and whatever. I don't know. They had a bunch of them. They were pretty funny. But you're right, Rick. Addams Family ruled. I loved Herman. I loved Fred Gwynn. I think he's great, and that whole thing there was wonderful. But the Addams Family was just. Like you said, they were different. They were not based on all the horror show characters. They were just a bunch of crazy people.
Oh man. Then there were the people who read read Mad Magazine and what the other one, Cracked. Oh yeah. You want to set a synopsis of current events? Mad Magazine.
The reason I know that is because when I was a kid, and I was, for about 4 years, every week at the ear, eye, and nose and throat doctor, and they had the highlight magazines and stuff, but I'd flip through magazines and I'd see those, and it was the same humor. And the guy's name, was it Gary Adams or something, with the 2 D's, and all the characters were in there, Grandmama and Cousinette and all those other things, and the kids, and K1FFK wanted to drop. Yeah, and actually, if I'm not mistaken, ABC had that all in production and was ready to roll it on nighttime TV, and NBC got a heads up from some, a mole somewhere, and they scrambled and they got the Munsters on first, and that sort of, everybody went with that, and but I never got to see it as a kid because we didn't get Channel 13. We only got Channel 6, and with a converter, Channel 10. And so he had to buy, I think, a bow tie antenna to get that. My father didn't want to spend the $5 for it. Of course, $5 was worth a lot more money in 1964 or 5.
I might have doubled with you, Rick. Anyway, I was mentioning Mad Magazine and Crack Magazine. If you want to know current events, Mad Magazine was where to go. And what was I going to say? Fred Gwynn, there was Car 54. Oh, N1QB. Go ahead, Doug.
Yeah, Rick. I didn't know all that stuff about the television thing, but yeah, the Adams Family. I thought. I mean, I liked them both. I mean, I enjoyed Fred Gwynn and the whole cast there. But you know, I just liked Gomez pull a cigar out of his pocket, takes a puff off it, and then put it back in his pocket. It's just crazy stuff that you came to enjoy, I guess. I don't know. And all of them were fun, of course. And Fred Gwynn, of course, went on to do a lot of other things that he probably was the more known of the whole bunch of them. But anyway, I still love the Adams Family. Back to you, Rick.
Sorry, I left some space there, and you hadn't come back, so I thought you went into the other room or something. Yeah,